Welcome in. Second cup of coffee time. It's Mark, and this morning it is Sarah, Brissa, and Miss Sammy Stone from Happy 927. I can never
Woo!
figure out which way to point. It's that way. Yeah.
You're doing it right. You got this.
Hey, good morning to all and everybody at home jumping on. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I did, even though the weather was, kind of 50-50. I think we made the most out of the positive 50. And Sammy, we saw a little. Sammy is joining us this morning from our radio partners at Happy 927. Sammy, because earlier this morning, our Kara Coleman was documenting your familial search that you have launched with a genetic kit, basically one of those at-home kits. Tell us the story behind your search for some of your family tree, some of your family history, and how that is playing out for you so far here.
Well, so far, I'm waiting for the results to come back. They said about May 15th is when everything will be uploaded. So I have a couple of weeks to wait, but I knew I was adopted when I was a little kid. I remember we had this hallway in our house and there were these drawers filled with pictures. And I remember we went through it one day and there were some adoption papers in there. And my mom just told us that we were adopted, me and my brother.
Wow.
And it was never a big deal.
Yeah.
So that was a long time ago. So tell us how you kind of got to the point where you're like, listen, I'm gonna launch this search and really find out, get some answers, hopefully.
My dad passed away. It'll be 5 years ago. My mom this past summer. So I just kind of want to know where I came from. And I know that I have their blessing. They were always behind it. They always told me they would never hold me back from doing it. So it felt like the right time.
And it really is so courageous of you to want to do this, because it's not an easy thing, and you don't know what you'll find out, but it's something that you said you were thinking about doing for a long time, and you finally said, okay, I'm ready. And that couldn't have been an easy decision to get to. So that's awesome that you're let's do it. That is awesome.
Yeah, it took me forever. But here I am. And, if the doors open, they open. If they close, I'm ready for that too. So, but I just kind of want to know.
And what would you say to other people who, Sammy, I know that you're not alone in that, in that sort of spot that you were in with some unanswered questions about your family history. So as you kind of work through that process and get it going in terms of your search for answers, what would you say to other folks who are out there in that same boat?
Don't wait as long. Don't spend so many years wondering if someone was going to look for you. Look for them, because I've spent a lot of years waiting for someone to come to me, and when that didn't happen, I just thought, why not?
Well,
You're so great. Thanks for letting us
you.
Share and tell the world about it. And it's seriously awesome.
Yeah. So
and our fingers are crossed. Good answer.
And we'll be following that. Hopefully, when you get the answers, our viewers at home who saw that story that Kara did about your starting that search, when those answers come, we'll be passing those along as well. So certainly, we wish you the best in terms of getting some finality with your family tree.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. I love you guys.
We love you, and we love having you as part of our trend segment each and every morning. This morning, a lot of our trend was talking about those Oscars last night. I guess let's roll call here. I didn't watch any of the Oscars. How late did you guys stay up, perhaps trying to take in the Oscars last night?
I think I made it till about 8:30, maybe a little before that. It was a commercial break, and I was like, Brissa, you have to go to bed. I get up so early.
I was up till 11. Well,
Sarah was a little unusual because she was working yesterday too.
Yeah, I was up till midnight, but I was at work till about 11:30. So I was up, but I was not watching the Oscars. I was working. So
Sammy, you have a very similar to the morning crew. You have a sort of similar schedule. So you got to get up very early as well. So how late did you hang last night?
Oh, I watched the recap when I woke up. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the easy way out.
Yeah.
It's the safer bet. You just see the stuff that you needed to see. You don't have to look at the rest of it.
I just love the award shows, like all of them, no matter what it is for. I just love seeing everyone dressed up in the red carpet and the glitz and the glam. I don't know. And they're all in one place. Pandemic kind of not, but I don't know. I love the award shows. I think it's so cool.
What do you think of Glenn Close's dance moves this morning, Brissa?
I think we all need to be on her energy level.
That's true. Although I swear I will never, ever be trying that, ever. even if there's a camera around or not. So you people at home, don't worry. At least from my standpoint.
Not even after a few twisted teas, Mark.
Okay, you might have me there. That is a possibility for sure. Hey, Sarah, we've got some great weather headed our way over the next couple of days. This morning, kind of looking a little cold, but there's positive signs, I think, of what's to come.
Yes. It's one of those weeks where it's just kind of like tiring for me to think about, but that might just be because I'm tired. So this morning, obviously very chilly. It's about 20 degrees colder this morning than it was yesterday morning, which I am not a huge fan of because like if it's 30 degrees, but it's consistently 30 degrees, I can deal with that just fine. But when it's like in the 60s and then it's below freezing, I'm like, no, hard pass. Because my body gets confused. But so tomorrow we're going to get into the 70s.
Nice.
Woo!
And then Wednesday we might get into the 80s.
Ooh.
But that's when we start to see a cold front coming through. And because of that, we're going to see some thunderstorms possibly Wednesday evening.
All right.
And then temperature is going to kind of drop over the next couple of days back into like the 50s for our highs. But it's only looking like a kind of a mild cold front because the stuff in the front of the cold front is so warm. It's not going to take it too cold.
That's what we like this time of year. We don't need any falling off the cliff cold fronts. Just give me a baby cold front.
Exactly.
So we'll look forward to that. A little bit of a warm up tomorrow, even more so on Wednesday. David will be back in. Sarah's done a great job here over the last couple of days, helping us out on the early morning broadcast. And Sammy's a part of Erie News Now Sunrise each and every weekday morning as we hit that trend segment about 6:20 in the morning. So Sammy, thank you so much for stopping by each and every morning on the trend. Thanks for hanging out with us on Facebook Live. And when you get that update from your genealogy search, we trust that you'll be passing that information on to us. So yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you guys back on the air 5 o'clock tomorrow. Erie News Now Sunrise. Sarah, Brissa, Sammy, thank you so much, everybody.